Persians, flipped classroom. The Persians were an ancient Indo-European civilization named after a region in present-day Iran, Fars. The earliest definite records date back to the 7th century BC, when they were under the control of the Elamites. In the 6th century BC, the Elam found themselves in a crisis situation, of which Cyrus, later called Cyrus the Grande, took advantage, declaring war to Elam. Cyrus reigned between 559 and 530 BC. Cyrus's family was called Achaemenids. The empire even will be known as the Achaemenid Empire. Cyrus conquered the region of Susa, and his advance was unstoppable. He reached as far as the Mediterranean Sea and also conquered the kingdom of Lydia, which was born after the Hittite Empire. Cyrus conquered other territories and succeeded in forming a big empire. After Cyrus, other kings continued the policy of expansion. Cambyses Tskanu, that she unknown 530 and 522 BC, succeeded in conquering Egypt. Darius II, who reigned between 521 BC and 486 BC. Darius II came to lap the northern regions of Greece, bringing the empire to its greatest expansion. The most important city in the empire was Persepolis. The Greek city-states became probably the greatest tenacious enemy of the Persian Empire, which tried several times to take over Greece, but was repeatedly defeated in several battles, many of them decisive and gone down in history, such as those at Marathon in 490 BC. And that of Thermopylae and Salamis in 480 BC. After the defeat of Plataea in 479 BC, the Persians could no longer mount a serious attempt to conquer the Greek polis. The empire had reached its climax and managed to survive until 331 BC. The provinces were called satrapies, each of which was administered by a satrap, who was responsible for law and order and the collection of taxes. Babylon was still one of the largest and most important cities. However, during the empire even, the most important city and home of the great king, as the king was called by the Persians, was Persepolis, which was the most important capital. The empire had 4 capitals for Persepolis, Sosa, Hectabana, and Babylon. In 334 BC, Alexander the Great is crowned king of the Macedonians and invades the empire, even crossing the Hellespont. The king and the Greeks want revenge for the invasions and destruction suffered during the Persian War the previous century. Alexander began his advance. The great king was Darius III, who still ruled over a boundless and powerful empire. Thanks to the victories in the Battle of the Granicus and in the Battle of Gaugamela, Alexander the Great will begin to conquer the Achaemenid Empire. However, the decisive battle is fought at Gaugamela in 331 BC, where the Macedonian king, greatly outnumbered, will achieve a resounding victory that will hand him the Persian Empire. With the unstoppable advance of Alexander the Great, thus ended the Persian or Achaemenid Empire. The last great king, Darius III, will be killed by his generals. Persepolis will be destroyed by fire, and Alexander the Great will set his official residence in Babylon. The Persian Empire's road network was very efficient. The vanquished peoples were not being oppressed, even to gain some consensus. The great king was not seen as a god, but he had absolute power. We see priests worshipping Ahura Mazda, goodness and generosity, which is the most important deity, while Ahriman represented the spirit of wickedness. A satrap goes to the great king, bringing money collected from tribute, which will be used for the construction of public works in the Persian Empire. Thank you for viewing illustrated video created and animated by Flippad Prof. Marco Mellis.